Hello. I have a bounty of drinks. I have a giant bucket of water, a giant bucket of coffee. And you're also going to see me awkwardly throw all of my weird things off of my desk and put them on the floor. It's just going to happen now. Whoops, these papers. It's like tax paperwork that I have to call about because the IRS won't pick up the phone either. You guys think the EDD is bad. The IRS is just as bad this week. And they are telling me that I owe them money that I've already paid them. So I am getting through that phone line. All right, you guys, I am going to take a big old drink of my water from this awkward sloth cup, which has made its way back because the EDD is still slow. All right, before I get into questions, you guys, I'm going to just check your most recent messages here. How are you guys? Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to just make sure my audio is coming through good. Sometimes I have problems. I think I'm good. All right, let's see. I talked to ABC today again. ABC 10, I think I'm on tonight. They wanted information about when the benefit year ends. And it's kind of an awkward time to interview about that because, as you guys know, I've been giving really clear disclaimers on benefit year ending in my videos. I've been saying this is what we have currently. It's subject, it could possibly change. So with all of my videos that you've been seeing with the benefit year, that's the current information that we have published online. And many of you have been calling into customer service and telling me that they're telling you something different. I've had claimants call into customer service, tell them that they need to file a new application because their claim year expired. A few customer service representatives have been telling claimants that they won't refile for them and that they need to wait, which is completely different than what their press release stated on March 12th and what they state online. So if you're calling in and you're getting different information from what's available online, just hang in there. They might be updating programs, but the information that I'm sharing is still current on their website and in their press releases as of today. All right, you guys, I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to find your questions starting at the 4 o'clock timestamp. Where is it? I don't know. Hold on. Having problems today. All right. Let's see, 4 o'clock, Michael. Hold on. In your video an hour ago, you answered my question about federal stimulus. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I want to get your expertise on the Golden State stimulus. Do we know the ETA on that? Okay, so Golden State stimulus is for those of you in the state of California that qualify for the Cal EITC. Cal EITC is the California Earned Income Tax Credit. It's a different set of qualifications from the federal EITC. So in order to qualify for the Cal EITC, you have to have a $30,000 AGI or below. Now, if you have that qualification to get the Cal EITC, then it qualifies you automatically to receive the $600 Golden State stimulus. Now, in order to receive the Cal EITC, you have to be below that $30K income mark, but you also have to have some sort of earned income. So some sort of earned income must be there. So it can't be all unemployment. Now, if you do qualify, having the Cal EITC on your tax return is going to be the trigger to receive that. So as long as you receive the Cal EITC and you claimed it, then you'll be automatically triggered to receive that $600 Golden State stimulus. Now, it's not the IRS, the California Franchise Tax Board has stated that it will take between 45 and 60 days to receive that additional payment. So after you file your tax return and it's been processed by the IRS, add in 45 to 60 days to receive it. The IRS is slow in processing returns right now, so plan on extra time for that. I need more water. Hold on. All right, scrolling down. Let's see. Chilling with Howie says, thank you. You're very welcome. David Michael says, is she on? She is on. Kat is my employee. I don't need to answer her question. All right, Daniel Costa. Hi, Ginny. Yesterday when I finally got to speak with someone at EDD We were almost done opening a new claim. I have PEUC on extension until 3/1. We got disconnected. No. Tried 8 hours calling back. Good Lord, that's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's really, really unfortunate. You can file online. If you're filing a new claim, you can file online. Subscribers have all reported different turnover times for filing online. Some say it's fast and it took about a week for them to receive a decision back and then be told that they will stay on their old claim and have the extension applied there, while others report that it takes 2 to 3 weeks, which is the standard processing time for a new application. So it varies. You can file online if you don't want to call back in, or you can call in. I'm really sorry. All right. Let's see. Big Captain says, hello. Jose Valdez, if you exhausted benefits prior to December 26th and still haven't received the 11-week extension, what is the reason for this? How many total weeks are payable with the new extension? Is it 79 or 86? Okay, I'm going to start with that part of your question because that's going to confuse a lot of people. 79 weeks is what the stimulus bill text says. And you can see that in a lot of my videos where I screenshot the bill text. It says 79 weeks, but California EDD says 86. California EDD states 86 because they are factoring in an additional 7 weeks into that total. Why? Because there is 7 weeks worth of federally funded Fed Ed benefits that PUA claimants receive. Now, the EDD made these benefits, these 7 additional weeks, automatic to PUA claims. That does not mean that you will go beyond that September 6th deadline. What it means is that you have 86 weeks to use up until the September 6th deadline. So some claims have already received all of those weeks, including those additional 7 weeks. So it doesn't change your end date, but in the state of California, PUA is 86 weeks. Now, if you exhausted benefits prior to December 26th and still haven't received the 11-week extension, that's a problem. And I know there's a lot of you that are in that camp that have been told to wait until, what was the March date? You were told to wait until the March date, and then that came and you still didn't receive benefits. Call into I hate saying it, but call into customer service if you have not yet received that extension. Phone lines are a nightmare this week. So make sure that you use my tricks on how to call, because I have 2 hacks on how to get through faster. And you're going to still have to try using those tricks multiple times over and over again until you get through. It's going to take some time, unfortunately. All right. Scrolling down. Let's see. Whoops. Annette O'Donnell. My benefit year ended and I was on Fed Ed and still had 2 months left. UI said they're taking me off Fed Ed and putting me on PEUC. I thought you said you have to use all weeks of Fed Ed first. Okay, so here's the thing is that I have a video that I published yesterday, and it's the Department of Labor directives. The Department of Labor states that Fed Ed, if you qualify for a new claim, a brand new claim, then you must switch over to the new claim. Now, because you're switching over to PEUC and not a new claim, that doesn't quite line up with that. So I'm not sure why they're moving you from a Fed Ed that still has weeks over to PEUC, because the Department of Labor states very clearly in their directives that you must use up all Fed Ed weeks before you move over to PEUC. So something about that doesn't sound quite right. And unfortunately, customer service reps, when you call in, are kind of a grab bag. You don't quite know exactly what you're going to get when you call into customer service. So if you want further clarification and you want to sit through another phone call, my guess is that you would get a different set of information when you call in and get another representative, because that doesn't line up with the federal legislation, and the EDD answers to the federal government. All right, scrolling down. Tony Perez. Hi, Ginny. I saw your video on self-certification. Now, if you say you had COVID, will they put you on disability? I'm putting the truth. I had symptoms and I had to quarantine. Okay, so I can't tell you 100%. The Department of Labor did issue guidance stating that if you had to leave a job due to a COVID-related reason for health or safety reasons, or if you didn't take a job because of improper precautions, et cetera, in the workplace, that you are in fact protected. Now, the EDD may be required to be held to that standard, but as we've seen with the EDD, they really struggle with putting things into practice and getting them automated. My guess, the certification form, I think, I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that it states that you were sick due to a reason other than COVID-19. So I don't think that you have to check that I was sick box. Read the certification before you take my word for this, because I haven't certified myself in a while, but read the certification boxes. I believe that you only have to check the I was sick box if it wasn't COVID, because it states it in the certification. If anyone has seen the certification questions recently, and I can actually pull that up here, but I'm not going to do it because there's a lot of questions. The EDD also has put out new information regarding certification questions online. So look at EDD's most recent press release and click in there the link to view the certification question descriptions, and it gives you more detail there that may help to make you feel a little better about answering that question. It's a lot of words. Hold on. Need my sloth cup to face this way so you get the full sloth effect. And my camera is not focusing on my face, so you guys know what I have to do. It has to find my face, and I'm doing it live. Okay, awkward outtake. Scrolling down. Aaron Miller, hi Ginny, what is PEUC? PEUC is the term that is not listed anywhere on the EDD's website or publications, but that the customer service representatives say when you call in, and they are identifying you as a claimant who is receiving kind of a second round of PEUC. Essentially, you were either collecting PUA as an extension, and then they had to move you back over to PEUC, or you're just kind of in that second round of PEUC for whatever reason. That's what they're calling that, but it's not listed online anywhere. All right. Let's see. Carla, also forgot, thanks for all your help. You're very welcome. Let's see. I needed a question up here. My end date 3/22 to on extension, counting out 12 months. Does this mean I have to refile or not? Okay, so 3/22 to on extension tells me that you're on an unemployment claim, a UI claim, not PUA, which means 12 months out, 3/22 will be the end of your benefit year. According to the current information that we have from the EDD online, and the press release that they issued on March 12th, they state very clearly in that press release that they want you to file a new application at the end of your benefit year. So that is what you should attempt to do. All right, I'm scrolling down. ZD on PEUC extension, my benefit year ended 3/15, but have $2,700 balance. This coming up Sunday, 3/21, will certify for 2 weeks. Talk to a tier 2 agent. She told me not to file a new claim yet and to wait until 4/11. So I am getting this feedback from a lot of viewers today and yesterday. People are telling me that they're calling into customer service, and that customer service is giving them different information than what is online, and different information from the press release that they blasted out to all of the media on the 12th. So if customer service is telling you something different, I would follow along with what customer service is saying, and I would wait. It would be wonderful if they don't make everyone reapply, and I know that a lot of you are hoping for that. They also could just need time to input the extension into the system, because if you reapply, it might not automatically kick you into PEUC. That's my guess. Their current information, though, states to reapply. So as I've been recommending really consistently, call into customer service if you need to file a new claim, because that way you know that you're not doing anything wrong. And if they give you different instructions, then they're giving it to you personally based on your account, and it's not hearsay from the internet. So that would be my advice to you. But yes, I've heard conflicting information. Anything I'm sharing online is all based in facts that I can find and cite online with dates in the most current way. So as soon as something is published, in a press release or anywhere else. I'll be sure to share it if there's any new information on that. All right, let's see. Aaron Miller, when is the PEUC money coming to fruition? We don't know. So the Department of Labor yesterday released their directives, which instructs the states exactly how to carry out the programs. Now that the states have these instructions on how to carry out the programs, they can start to implement the changes. We don't have any information from the EDD on exactly how long this is going to take, but the EDD has been a little bit better the last 2 weeks with releasing press releases, and they've even released some additional content aside from their normal release date. So I would anticipate that tomorrow on Thursday, that we would see some sort of mention about it in their press release. So I'm really hoping that we have some sort of a mention about it tomorrow, about some sort of time frame. Hopefully I have an update for you. All right, Christella, I still have a balance on my account and my year ends 3/22 and I'm on tier 2. What should I do? Do I need to file a new claim? Okay, so everything that the EDD states online and in their press release released 3/12 states that if you reach the end of your benefit year that you must file a new claim. Some are reporting that when they call into customer service, they are being told to wait to file a new claim, but because the EDD still states this information everywhere to file a new claim, and they published it as recently as last Thursday, and it's still accurate on their website, I still am emphasizing to call into customer service and try to file a new claim. The customer service representative will instruct you on your specific claim if you have a difference. No, it keeps losing focus, you guys. This is awkward. Focus on my face. Got it. All right, let's see what's up here. Summer Freeze, hi Ginny, does ID.me only accept real ID? No, it does not. And I know this from experience because we had to verify both my ID as well as my husband's ID. So, hold on. Okay, so I'm not currently collecting. I haven't collected since like July, but my husband is collecting and I had collected previously. So I had to verify my ID and so did my husband. We used a standard California state driver's license and not real ID. We were approved right away with no problem. So no, you are not required to use a real ID. All right, scrolling down. I'm at the 4:07 timestamp. And you guys, I'm gonna skip around in the comments a little bit because I can never answer all questions. So you can repost your question every 20 minutes or so if I did not answer it. I'm doing my best to as many as I can. All right, Ray says, hi Ginny, will there be a lapse of payment for PUA? I certified this Sunday, the 21st. While I can't say definitely that there will be a lapse, I would expect a lapse because the Department of Labor just released these directives on how to implement the programs, which there aren't really any big changes, but the state unemployment departments can't update their systems until they received that guidance. So now that it was received, they can start to update. We don't know how long it's going to take. And because the EDD hasn't issued any sort of a statement yet on how long it will take, the best we can do is just to kind of expect that the EDD will be the EDD, will be slow, and there will be a lapse. I'm trying to figure out which cup is my coffee, and I can't figure it out. Maybe it's the one that says coffee labeled clearly. All right, give me a second. Trini, thank you very much, Trini. Ginny, do you know anybody that already received their $1,400 stimulus by direct deposit? Some people are extremely lucky. Your thoughts? Yes, a lot of my subscribers have received their stimulus direct deposit. I did a video that same day that people started to receive it, and lots of people commented on that video that they have received it. Yeah, so some are receiving it, some have not. Some have their Get My Payment portal updated on irs.gov, and some do not. My personal payment portal has not been updated. It says status not available. So if you're seeing status not available, I would not be alarmed yet. I would anticipate that they're going to continue to update these systems because they got them rolling out very quickly. And I think they're doing them in batches in terms of updating the Get My Payment portal. All right. Ruben says, thanks, Ginny, for all the information you provide from stimulus and unemployment benefits. You're very welcome, Ruben. Aaron Carter, Ginny, we can't get through. I know. I'm really sorry. Let's see what your question is. PUA, no extension yet. We end April 10th. Okay. Yeah, you guys can't get through to customer service. I understand. I'm really sorry. The best advice that I have is in my 2 tricks to call video. Kat can post a link to it right now in the chat box for me. Watch that video. I know you've probably already tried those tricks already, but keep at it with those. Keep trying them all hours of the day. I'm really sorry you can't get through. And then if you still can't get through, contact your assembly member. They are still, in general, not every single one, but in general, they're still doing a good job at being a liaison between the claimants when you can't get through. I'm really sorry you can't get through. And all you have to go on is some weirdo on the internet giving you info. It's not good. All right, Liz V. Hi, Ginny. I have one question. My account is frozen, but I still certify for weeks. But the money doesn't reflect in my payments, only in the balance. Can you help me, please? Okay, so it sounds like your account isn't frozen with the UI online with the EDD. Your EDD account is okay because it's still paying out. It's going somewhere. But your Bank of America account is frozen, meaning that your debit card does not work. This would be frozen due to possible or attempted fraudulent charges. The B of A card freezes are a big problem. What you need to do immediately is contact the EDD. Call in. I know you guys hate when I say it, but call into the EDD, I'm sorry, and tell them to send you paper checks. Stop their payments to your Bank of America card right away. Tell them to send you paper checks, because if they're still paying you out and they're paying it to that B of A account, it's going to continue to be withheld. So first thing, request paper checks. Second thing, check Ginny's phone. Second thing is that you are going to contact Bank of America. They have to unfreeze your card. Most likely, they will want you to submit some sort of ID documents, and they are a lot more strict than the EDD with verifying your ID. Third step is to contact your assembly member and let them know the situation of what is going on. Do all 3 things. Don't skip a step. Don't skip calling your assembly member because it seems extra. Do it because it could be very helpful to you. All right, got itches. What's happening? Let's see. Eder Infante, if I had expiration of 3/15 and still have a balance currently on PEUC X, do I have to reapply once I reach 0, or will it automatically be added? Okay, so current language on the EDD's website as of today, I have checked it because I did a news interview earlier and I didn't want to be wrong. So current language as of today, as well as their press release, which was released on March 12th, states that you must reapply if you reach the end of your benefit year date, so 12 months after your start date, if you are a traditional UI claim or a PEUC extension of a UI claim. With that being said, many claimants today are telling me that when they call into customer service, they're being told that they are to wait and not reapply. So there has been no language change online anywhere. So my recommendation is still for you to call into customer service and try to reapply until we have new information. Scrolling down. All right, James, higher tier rep told me not to file for new UI even after 1 year mark. PEUC will go to September extension automatically. So once again, there, I just referenced that statement. It seems as if more claim representatives are stating that when you call in. Now, I just published content on this because this is what is current on their website and stated in the press release. So I'm hoping that tomorrow, with tomorrow's press release, I will have new information. I really hope that there's not a need to reapply, but as of current language on the site, it states that you must. All right, scrolling down. Let's see, Aaron Miller. Called in on PUA exhausted benefits. They said there's no more money for PUA on my individual claim. I have to wait for the next stimulus. Okay, that's correct. So we're waiting for the next stimulus bill to be implemented into the EDD system. The American Rescue Plan Act has not been put into EDD's system yet. So we're waiting on that next. As soon as I have a date for payouts, then I will be sure to let you know. All right, scrolling down. The Cruzana. I still have 2K from 20 weeks extension, PEUC, I think. What's next after that? It depends on your end date. If you ended and your end date, your year end date has passed, the EDD states online that they want you to file a new claim. So call into customer service and see if they want you to file a new claim. If you are within your benefit year, you'll be automatically extended. And if you're not within your benefit year and you don't qualify for a new claim, you will still receive the extension applied to your old claim. But we are right now waiting on the EDD to release some sort of update on when they will be updating their systems and rolling these out. So as of right now, we don't have a date yet. And everyone is just kind of in this limbo phase of waiting. Now, if you have a remaining claim balance, you can continue to collect that claim balance up until claim week ending 4/10. So for those of you that do have a balance remaining, while we're in that limbo state between the stimulus package updates, you can continue to collect your remaining balance until 4/10. All right, let's see. Melva and Dennis Joslin. Ginny, tell them again about your trick phone numbers. They work. Okay. Oh, I saw your comment, I think yesterday or sometime recently, that you were able to get through. I'm really glad that worked. Link the video again. Do it right now. Link the video on how to call tips. You guys go watch it, and you're still going to have to try a significant amount of times, even with these, unfortunately, because it's this week and everyone's programs are ending. I need some coffee. Run this bucket of coffee. An awkward loud sip right next to my microphone. All right. Sponge cake. I just opened my claim from June. I was employed for half a year. I was allowed to certify, but now I'm pending. Was that the right thing to do? Or should I have opened a new claim? All right, so if your claim was active in June and you click the reopen button, you were allowed to certify, but now you're pending. There's a lot of reasons why you could be pending. So if you are still within your benefit year, which if your claim was in June, it's not June yet, so it sounds like you're within your benefit year, and you reopen the claim, that's the right thing to do. Now, you can be stuck in pending for a variety of different reasons. It can be something like more information is required of you if you are subject to do an ID verification, or if they need more documentation from you, then you'll be stuck in pending. If you're at the end of your benefit year, you'll be stuck in pending, but it doesn't sound like that's the case for you. And if you answer a certification question in a way that trips up their system and puts a stop payment alert on your claim, such as stating that you are not available for full-time work, or if you state that you went back to school or training or one of those other reasons, it will stop the payments on your account. It will put you in pending, and then the EDD will want to talk to you over the phone interview to make sure that you are in fact eligible. So call in to customer service. You can also fill out a contact message in UI Online or an Ask EDD. Those are passive methods though, and that's going to take a significant amount of time for them to write back to you, but you might as well do that. In addition to that, you can also call your assembly members and assembly member, you have one for your district. The link is in the video description, and Kat can also post it in the chat right now. And get them working on your claim as well, because they've been very helpful for a lot of people. All right, you guys, I am scrolling down in the chat messages. I can't see anything. I'm an old lady and my eyes need glasses. All right. David Gramling. Hi, Jenny. Did you answer about the benefit year soon to expire within a week or so, but the claim balance expected to pay out until 4/10 PEUC extension? A report saying refile a claim before 4/10. If your benefit year lasts up until 4/10 and you have claim balance, you are entitled to continue collecting that claim balance up until 4/10. And by then, hopefully, the new extension will be in place. So continue to collect. If you have a claim end date and you've already surpassed the end of your benefit year, current language on the EDD website, as well as their March 12th press release, states that they want you to file a new claim. I would still suggest calling into customer service and ask them if you need to file a new claim. Many subscribers, including lots of people in this chat right now, are telling me that they've called into customer service and customer service is telling them, even though you're past your benefit year, don't file a new claim, just wait. Okay, so if customer service is telling you that, then follow their instructions. But I still would recommend that you call in and confirm that information for your own case, because the EDD still states online to file a new claim. So call in, check, and then do what they say. And then if I have new information that says that you don't have to file a new claim, then I will share it as soon as possible. All right, scrolling down. Whoa, where am I? No. David Michael, on regular UI, my balance is 0. My balance reached 0 this past weekend, and RVD email via UI box saying that I potentially qualify for extension, still within my benefit year. So just sit tight, right? Okay. Yeah. So if you reached 0, you might qualify for an extension. You're just waiting on that extension next. So yes, you will sit tight. Some of you are going to be waiting for the next stimulus bill to be implemented. And while you're waiting for that, you might get kicked into Fed Ed, which would be good because then you would be receiving payouts from Fed Ed. So you very well could go in and start collecting Fed Ed first. It's just going to depend on which extension the EDD is able to apply to your claim at the fastest. Scrolling down. All right, Scotty Crook. I am on a traditional unemployment claim with benefit year ending 4/10/21. My claim balance will be ending at the end of the month. Do I need to file a new claim or will I automatically be extended? Okay, so if your benefit year doesn't end until 4/10, you're going to continue to collect up until 4/10 with your remaining claim balance. According to what the EDD states online and in their March 12th press release, you're going to file a new claim when you reach the end of your benefit year. If you call into customer service, do it over the phone, because if you don't qualify for a new claim, then they'll be able to apply the extension to your old claim over the phone, usually, instead of waiting and having to undergo that long application process. Now, many claimants are stating when they call in that they are being told not to reapply and just to wait. So if there's any new developments in terms of if you need to reapply, if they come out from the EDD and they're in writing, then I will share that with you guys and let you know ASAP. Need water. Which cup is water? Which one is it? It's this one. Scrolling down. All right. Liliana, I'm in Fed Ed and my year ended February 2nd and I still have 2 more weeks left. What do I need to do next? All right. So if you're in Fed Ed and your year ended and you have 2 weeks left, Fed Ed seems to continue to pay out until you reach a $0 claim balance. However, the Department of Labor directives, which were released yesterday on the American Rescue Plan, state that if you qualify for a new state unemployment claim, essentially going off of Fed Ed, getting a new claim, that you must go off of Fed Ed and collect under a new claim. So the EDD might make you reapply at that 1-year mark. If your Fed Ed continues to pay out, then continue to certify and collect those payments. But if for any reason you get stuck in pending, call into customer service right away. All right, rolling down. Let's see, Mixed Queen, I just filed a new claim through the phone. I have a 0 balance and I never got an extension. Should I certify this Sunday? It's giving me an option to. Okay, so if you have a $0 balance and you are past that 1-year mark on a traditional unemployment claim, if you certify, it's most likely not going to pay you anything. It's probably just going to be stuck in pending. So you can certify, but I would anticipate that it would be stuck in pending. So if you just filed a new claim and you did it online, it's going to take anywhere between 1 and 3 weeks for them to process that application and get back to you on it. Now, the problem here is that if you certify on an expired claim, those certifications are on an expired claim. When you get a new claim, if you qualify for a new claim, those certifications probably aren't going to follow you. And so you might have to then deal with asking customer service to backdate your certification. So you can certify there if you want, but I would expect them to be stuck in pending. And then I would expect to need to request those old prior certified for weeks to be retroactively added to your claim. So just anticipate needing to work with customer service repopulating those for you, and also anticipate on that 1 to 3 week wait period from filing a new claim. So there's so many different complications with every issue. The problems are just compounding on each other, you guys. How do I drink with this big head? I don't know. All right, let's see what else I have. Mike David at 4. Oh, I'm only at the 4:24 timestamp, you guys. I'm going to be jumping around a little bit after this one. All right, Mike David, I received my $1,400 today. 90 million Americans did so, I hear. I'm really glad you received your stimulus. That's great news. All right, Curly says, hi, Ginny. Can you receive both Ssdi, Social Security, and UI at the same time? Okay, so you guys, this is the area that I don't know about. I don't know Ssdi. I don't have any information in that area because it's not my niche of knowledge. So if you do, if you know that, if you're someone who's collecting both, comment down below for him, because unfortunately I don't have that in my area of expertise. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. Melody, yes, it's coming. Don't worry. Okay. What happened? I don't know. All right, Mary Martinez, I have 12 weeks pending, was under review since February 12th, 2021, and I have not gotten verified through ID.me yet. EDD have not sent anything. Okay, so 12 weeks pending. I'm really sorry to hear that. That's really terrible. So 12 weeks pending, under review since February 12th. Marie, are you a new claim, like a brand new claim, and you've been waiting 12 weeks, or are you a current pre-existing claim? Let me know right now, because I'm looking down below at the most recent messages. If you are a current claim that is awaiting, I've not gotten verified through ID.me yet. There's a couple different layers here. If you are trying to verify through ID.me and they told you that you must do an ID verification, you have to do that before your pending will move to paid. There's no going around that. Now, if you tried to verify through ID.me and you kind of thought it was completed, but you're still in pending, you might not have completed the process. Many miss the last step on ID.me. After you take a photo of your document and after you scan your face, then it says, you're all set with this. And then it says very small below it, return to your browser for the last step. Make sure that you did in fact return to your browser to complete the last step where you answer a few personal detail questions about yourself. If you didn't do that, go back and do it now. That's the reason why you're pending. If you did complete that, and the EDD has not sent you a text message saying your ID is verified, then you need to call the EDD, because your ID verification is just sitting there in EDD's black hole and they have not applied it to your claim yet. Now, if you did all of that and you're still pending, then you need to call into customer service. I'm really sorry. All right, scrolling down. Madeline, thank you for all your help. I got through on your phone trick 134 and my rep filed a new claim for me. I'm really glad you got through and successfully set that up. I'm really glad to hear that worked for you. You're very welcome. All right, Jeannie says, hi, Ginny, my PEUC is expired. Now my benefit is 0. Okay, so watch my most recent video that I just released. If you're PEUC and you're seeing max benefits paid, you are next waiting on the new extension to be implemented. If you are within your benefit year, then it will be applied automatically, and you just need to wait. Everyone is waiting right now. The Department of Labor has released their directives to the state unemployment departments, which tell them how to implement the programs. That means that now, as of yesterday when they were released, the states can start to work on their programming and update the system. So next, we're going to be waiting for the EDD to release a statement to us telling us when they're going to do it. I would like some sort of information from them in tomorrow's press release, but I have very low expectations for the EDD. Scrolling down. All right, let me see if Mary answered with the type of claim that they had. Nope, don't see it. Okay, Eric Norton says, I'm golden. Silver, thank you. All right. Oh, Eric, I see your question. Eric's a member, so I'm going to grab his. So will we get the additional $300 for week 314 through 320? I'm thinking probably not. Yes, you will. The stimulus bill extends the FPUC $300 boost. It's weird because the EDD calls it PAC, Pandemic Additional Compensation, but federally, it's called FPUC. So I'm going to keep calling it that. So the FPUC $300 boost is from the entire duration from when the stimulus bill from December ends and when this new one picks up, because the FPUC language in the stimulus bill amends the end date. It extends it with no lapse. So while you may have a lapse in when you receive the payments, you are entitled to payments all the way back from 314. So yes, you will eventually receive those. Scrolling down. All right, let's see. Ethan says, I just received an interview for a notice of determination. What should I expect and how long do these usually take? So the interview process is, I don't have a ton of information on that because they don't publish written details on it with very much information. In general, they will ask you questions about why you are unemployed and if it is tied to the pandemic, and request any sort of supporting documentation that they need. So if you're self-employed, they're going to want to see your self-employment income proof. And if you left a job due to a reason that was not related to the pandemic, then that would disqualify you. So they're going to be asking you about why you aren't working and those various reasons. So in general, you're going to qualify for a pandemic-related extension if you are unemployed due to the pandemic. Now, if you are staying home with a child because they can't go to school or a sick family member, technically speaking, you can still accept and look for full-time work-from-home positions. So they're going to be asking if you are able to accept work and if you're looking for work. So you want to just kind of be on that side of, yes, I'm looking for work. Yes, I'm able to accept work. And then your reason for unemployment is going to be a big piece of that puzzle. All right, scrolling down. Let's see. I'm at 426 in the timestamp. Andrew says, I had a rep that told me PEUC won't need to reapply for benefit year and it'll just be automatically done, automatic to September. Are these people even on the same page? So the amount of times, the frequency at which this specific comment has been read during this live stream by me is a lot. So a lot of people are getting that when they call into customer service. However, there's nothing published online that states that, which leads me to believe that they're going to release some sort of a change. I really hope they do. But as it stands right now, they just released a press release 5 days ago, stating very clearly that if you reach the end of your benefit year, you must file a new claim. So because of that, if you reach the end of your benefit year, I would still call into customer service and see if you need to reapply. If you reach the end of your benefit year, I would still call in and do that because you want to cover your bases and try to comply with what they are asking for so that you don't accidentally miss out on having the extension applied if you did need to do that. So that's why I'm still reiterating what they're saying, because I can't tell you guys random people on the, not that you guys are random people, but I mean, I'm a random person on the internet too. Random people on the internet are telling me not to reapply. I'm not going to share that information in the form of advice. I'll share it as this is what my subscribers are saying, but the EDD currently states in writing to reapply. So I'm really hoping that they release a change on that and that I'm able to share an update with you soon. Until then, continue to follow their procedure, call into customer service, and see if you need to file a new claim. That way, they can tell you for your specific, unique situation if you need to file a new claim. But yes, I completely agree. It is so frustrating that none of them are on the same page. The website is different. The press releases say something different, and then customer service is saying something completely different. It's very unusual. It's not unusual, though, because it's the EDD. All right, Mrs. Mommy says, my benefits expired on 3/15, but I still have money available. Okay, so if your benefits expired, you're on Fed Ed. Fed Ed currently seems to continue to pay out up until your claim balance is exhausted. If your payments go through and you're getting paid, then continue to collect. But if you get stuck in pending, then immediately call into customer service. Scrolling down. Okay, let's see. Trini says, oh, she's just communicating with another viewer. All right, scrolling down. April says, hi, how do you claim gig work? And will they cut me off or just the payment? Okay, so I am assuming that you mean on your certifications. How do you claim the income that you're receiving from working part-time hours doing gig work? So what you're going to do is on your certifications, you are going to claim the money that you receive the week that you receive it. With W-2 earnings, if you're an employee, you claim the income the week that you work. But with self-employment income, which is gig income, you will claim it the week that you receive the payment. So you're going to claim that money on your certifications when you receive the money into your account. Now, that is not necessarily going to disqualify you from receiving your full benefits, but it will for sure lessen the amount that you do collect. I have a calculation video that shows you exactly how to calculate what you'll receive on my channel homepage, so you can watch that there. Now, you'll be marked as excessive earnings if you are fully disqualified from receiving any benefits at all that week. Now, if you're marked as excessive earnings, you do not qualify for a $300 boost on any weeks where that boost is applicable. All right, Trini says, do you think it's good to register with ID.me anyway for future reference? My boyfriend and I will most likely register. So I don't have, my only experience with ID.me is through the EDD verification. So it's up to you if you want to register through that site as well. But they have an EDD specific website. So the ID.me general website is not tied to your EDD ID verification. They have a separate portal for that within ID.me. So I don't think that it will impact your benefits at all registering with their general website. I would make sure that you have completed their process using the EDD specific site, and that's what's going to impact you. And thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate that. All right, let's see. Do you know, this is Michael, do you know we get the 300 when certified for week 321 and 412? So yes, so you are entitled to it. It may not be applied by then. So the EDD is going to be entitled to pay you out the $300 boost for all weeks up until September 4th, claim week ending September 4th. But it's going to take them some time to get that program up and running. So you will be entitled to it. It may have to be paid retroactively, though. It depends on when they get the program up and running. All right. Let's see. Madeline Mason, Fed Ed needs to reapply if your year is up, even if you have a balance. So I get mixed feedback on this. So a lot of claimants report to me, a significant number, otherwise I would not share this information. A lot of claimants report to me that they continue to receive payments on Fed Ed. Some claimants also report that they do not receive payments on FedEd once the benefit year ends. So there is no hard and fast yes or no right now because I'm still getting mixed feedback. However, the Department of Labor has stated very clearly in their directives that were issued yesterday that if a claimant qualifies for a new claim, that they must stop collecting FedEd and be switched over. Well, how does the EDD know if you qualify for a new claim unless they require you to file a new claim? So I am anticipating that the EDD will also update their language on FedEd and state that you must refile for that. But currently, there is no clear language on the EDD's website. Scrolling down. All right, let's see. Red R says that they're on the phone with EDD right now. Are you actually talking to a person? Because congratulations, that is hard to get. And I'm glad you got through to a hold line at least. All right, scrolling up. Oh, geez, went too far. Happened. Okay. Getting lost. It's getting awkward. Angelic, Nicholas, you have to have a California ID for, I'm not sure what that is. Gilbert says, I received my $1,400 stimulus today, so rent is covered for April. I need a tech job. I'm really glad to hear that you got your stimulus. Let's see, scrolling down. Nabila says, hello, Ginny. I have a balance of 0 and my benefit year is expired until September 20th. Are they going to extend my claim or just reapply for new claims? Okay, so if you have a $0 balance and your benefit year is expired, it says expired until September 20th. So I'm just going to answer generally because I'm not quite sure what that means. So if your benefit year is expired, they technically want you to file a new claim. So you call into customer service so that you make sure that you're doing it properly and that that is what they want you to do. If you are within your benefit year and you have a $0 balance, you're going to be extended up through September. We are waiting on it to be implemented. We don't know when yet. So just sit tight. Not that that's easy, but you will have to wait until they extend you. Now, if you file for a new claim and you do not qualify, then they will keep you on your old claim and apply the extension there. We are currently having a lag time of knowing when the extension is going to be put into place because the EDD has not issued a statement on that yet since they just got the directives from the Department of Labor yesterday. All right, Gabriella says, Ginny, my claim ended in December 2020. Now I called today and they gave me an extension now. Okay, good. I'm really glad that you had the extension applied and that you got that by calling in. I'm glad to hear that. Tony Perez, you were unable to work because a healthcare provider advised you to self-quarantine due to concerns related to COVID-19. Can I answer this question without being flagged? Yes, I do believe so. To my knowledge, I believe that would be an approved reason because it is related to the pandemic. And the Department of Labor directives on this that were released about a week ago clarified that being unable to work, being unable to accept a job, or leaving a job because of COVID-19 is all protected. If you are flagged, I would expect it to be a temporary flag and for it to be fixed. But to my knowledge, that would be acceptable. All right, scrolling down. I'm going to, let's see, this timestamp down here. Patrick says, let's see, my Ginny from Aladdin. I have 278 claim last year per week, and they file a new claim, and I get less than my last year. It's only 190 per week and still pending. So the EDD states this online. I show it in a screenshot in a recent video. It's also present in the stimulus bill, but it's an optional provision. The EDD states on their website that if you must file a new claim, you are approved for a new claim, but it is at a weekly benefit award amount that is $25 less than your old claim or even smaller, then you qualify to stay on your old claim and have the extension applied there. Now, the EDD may not have automatically done that, but it states online and in their press releases that you are able to do that. So I would, number one, send an Ask EDD message, send a UI online message, and also try to call in to get that changed. All right. Chris says, can I complete my ID.me through Social Security Office website? No, you are completing ID.me through the ID.me website that EDD sends you. So you have to use their specific link. All right. JV says, is it possible that I've been getting underpaid? It is possible that you've been getting underpaid. If you've been, let's see, the first reason why would be if you have missing weeks. So if you have gaps in your certifications for any reason, or you have pending payments that have never moved to paid, you could need to call customer service about that. The other reason would be if you're entitled to an increase in your weekly benefit award amount. If you make $17,500 roughly or more, then you're entitled to an increase in your PUA amount, if you're PUA, from that baseline of $167 up to $450. $450 is awarded for individuals who make roughly $46,000 the year prior to being unemployed. So if you're entitled to an increase, or if you think you're missing payments, call into customer service. Yes, you could have an error. All right. Anthony, at a lower rate, I hear some people are getting, wait a second, did I miss the first part of your question? See it up there. Okay. At a lower rate, I hear some people are getting the lower rate. I'm currently getting $450 a week. Will I be stuck on the lower rate when I reopen my claim? Okay. So that's kind of like the question I just answered. If you have to file a new claim and you qualify for a new claim, so you did have earnings those 18 months prior, you qualify for a new claim, you could potentially be at a lower weekly benefit award amount. Now, if you are $25 less than your old weekly benefit award amount, or even smaller, then the EDD states online that they will apply the extension to your old claim and your old award amount instead. So they should do it automatically, but if they do not, then call into customer service. The other reason for a lower weekly benefit award amount is if you are a traditional unemployment claimant who had employee wages, so your UI, you collected your UI, you collected PEUC extension, you were denied Fed Ed, denied. So then they applied you to a PUA claim as an extension. Because of the federal legislation that has come out, from the last stimulus bill, you must be moved from PUA back over to PEUC. So they got to put you back in your right category. When they migrate you over, they might lower your weekly benefit award amount. So that's the other reason for receiving that. I'm not sure if that applies to you, though. All right, scrolling down. Let's see. Andrew says, when will the $600 California stimulus arrive? So the Golden State stimulus, the $600, which applies to you if you claimed the Cal EITC credit on your taxes. You had earned income, but it was under a $30,000 AGI. Then you would qualify. Then you would qualify for the Cal EITC, and it would be automatically qualifying for the Cal EITC would automatically trigger you to then receive the Golden State stimulus for $600. That will be sent out. The Franchise Tax Board states 45 to 60 days after your income taxes are processed. So you have a little while to wait after you process your income taxes. All right, Angie says California stimulus is 45 to 60 days after you do your taxes. Good job, Angie. I just said that too. Let's see. Angelic says regular unemployment, my year ends May. It seems like my balance won't make it until May. What should I do? You're going to be extended up until claim week ending September 4th. So continue to collect, and then you'll be extended on a PEUC extension thanks to the new stimulus bill. So you will be extended through September 4th. After that, for those of you that are collecting traditional unemployment, after the September 4th date, when that extension ends, if the unemployment rate in the state of California is still 6% or higher, then you can still collect a Fed Ed extension after that September 4th date if you qualify for a Fed Ed extension. All right, I need water. Hold on. And it's 5, so I'm going to take probably 5 or 10 minutes more worth of questions, and then I'm going to go. All right. Bugaboo says, what is the trick when you call? Kat, post the link again to the video with the trick for the phone call, please. And look for the link down below. Godly skills. Just a heads up, for PUA will be automatically extended. No need to worry. Yes, I have published lots of videos stating that PUA is automatically extended. Myra says, I called EDD on Tuesday. I said my claim ends Tuesday. I certify Sunday, which is 3/21. They told me after I certify to file a new claim, and I'm on PEUC. Yes, after your claim benefit year ends, the EDD is still stating online and in their most recent press release that you will be required to file a new claim. The most efficient way to do this seems to be to call into customer service. If they give you other instructions when you call in, then follow their instructions, but they're still stating online that they're requiring you to file a new claim. All right. Lauren says, I'm on extension. I have $1,300 left on my claim balance, and my claim started 4/2/2020. Well, what should I do? After I certify this week, I'll be at 0. So next you are waiting for, let's see, claims start 4/2. So once that year of, well, if you're PUA, then you wait for the extension to be applied because the next extension will extend you up to September 4th. If you are not PUA, and my focus is gone. It keeps focusing on my plant. Okay, that's better. Okay, so if you are not PUA and you're UI or PEUC, then you are going to reapply once you reach the end of that 1 year mark. Call into customer service and they will handle that over the phone for you. And that is the easiest way, because if you don't qualify for a new claim, then they will apply the extension to your old claim over the phone. Okay, scrolling down. Aaron Miller says, thank you, Ginny. You're awesome. You're very welcome. Hazel says, how does my fiance apply for PUA? Your fiance will apply for PUA by going to the EDD website, clicking file a new claim. They'll make an account, and then I have a video on my channel homepage that walks you through every step of the process. So that video was made almost a year ago, however, so there may be some changes to the application, but it goes through most of the questions that he or she will most likely have. All right, let's see. Anita, the phone number you need to call in EDD, this office line to speak to a rep. Yes, that's the phone number. That's correct. Holly, you cannot verify through ID.me without following the EDD link. Correct. You have to use the EDD specific link. I have it pinned in most of my videos surrounding that topic. Trini, you're awesome. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Okay, I am taking 3 more questions. Why 3? I don't know, because it's a random number that I chose. All right, let's see. Can I apply for EDD and PPP? Okay, so you can, but if you use the funds to pay yourself, then you're paying yourself, and you would then certify for that income on your certification. So if you're using PPP funds to pay out your employees only and your covered business expenses, then you don't have to certify for that income because it's staying within your business and you're not paying yourself. But if you pay yourself out as owner's compensation, then you must certify for that in your biweekly certification. So what you will do is, if you're using all of it for owner's compensation, as most will, if they're sole proprietors, then you will divide your PPP loan balance by 10 weeks. Certify each week for 1/10 of the amount of your loan balance. And then once you're done with certifying for those 10 weeks and paying yourself out, then you will go out and go back to certifying regularly and continue to collect. All right. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down. Danny and Greg, UI year-end date of 3/13, applied for a new claim 3/14 online. EDD sent a text that they are processing my new claim. Now, instead of saying claim expired, it gives me a certification date of 3/28. Is that a good sign? Yes, that is a good sign. That tells you you'll be able to certify on 3/28. So that is good. Be on the lookout for your weekly benefit award amount. If it is lower on this new claim, and if it's lowered by $25 or even a smaller amount for your weekly benefit award amount, then you're entitled to still collect on your own benefit amount if that's the case. So just be careful and be on the lookout for that weekly benefit award amount to make sure that they have classified you properly. Okay, I'm going to do one last question, unless my computer breaks. And let's see. John Park, I have 1 week's worth left in my claim balance, but I do not have an end date to my benefits here. It says I'm on extension. So you're going to look in UI Online and you're going to look at your claim start date. Count 12 months after that. That's your benefit year end date. If you are a traditional unemployment claim, you were an employee before, then you will need to file a new claim according to the current language online and in the press release, that you will need to file a new claim at that 1 year end mark. Yeah, so that's the answer to that currently, unless we receive new information. Okay, you guys, so if you did not get your question answered today, I did as many as I possibly could within this time frame, as quickly as I could. The best way to get a question answered from me is to go to my most recently published video. It doesn't matter what the topic is. It really doesn't. So if I'm publishing a business related topic and you don't own a business, it doesn't matter. Just write a comment on it. Leave me a question on my most recent video. And then usually for the first 30 minutes, I try to do an hour of that video being published. I try to answer as many questions in that video as I possibly can. So always try to go and do that. The other thing so that's how I try to help you guys. The other thing that really helps my channel, you guys, is if you're able, as soon as a video is dropped or when you see it, just leave me like a flurry of comments, even if they're not questions. Just leave me random emojis. It really helps my channel if there's a lot of activity on the video. YouTube promotes that content to much more people if it sees just a flurry of comments. So tell me weird things about yourself or leave me emojis there. It really helps, and I really appreciate the support. Now, you guys, let's see. All right, you guys, is Ginny Silver's husband the luckiest client? That's very kind. He's been with me since I've been 16, so I'm old news to him. He's been with me a long time. All right, you guys, so I'm going to go. You're very welcome. I see lots of thank yous. Thank you, guys. All right, I'll talk to you soon.